let us integrate all that. So your body becomes mandramaya, becomes saturated with the vibration of mantra. And it gives you a healing experience. So the mantramaya body becomes chinmaya, pure awareness. So by chanting and listening to the mantras, Vedic mantras, like what you heard right now, give you a cleansing experience. You feel cleansed of all impurities. Kind of therapy. Either you chant or you hear the mantra. The mantra can reach deep into your system, the molecular or the atomic level. As we have seen, the whole universe is an ensemble of vibration. Oh, vibration. As you have seen, when you sit in that posture, the body becomes a yantra. And from there, mantra. And from there, tantra, you expand. In that expansive state of awareness, we are able to integrate everything without getting distracted. Even that loud music that impact on you doesn't disturb you. Because you know it all finally goes into that oceanic consciousness. You can see that. Doesn't disturb you. Those sound goes into the ear, the tympanum, and then from there to the brain, creating vrittis, and the vrittis are shining in consciousness. The sensations coming from all sides, which create vrittis in the mind, which finally shines or illuminated by awareness. So that way we remain undisturbed, without reaction, without judgment. And we have the enough inner leisure to focus on what we want to pursue. So this kind of meditation we have to do every 3 hours, just for 10 minutes. Invoke the awareness, and see everything happens in the space of awareness. You may also take a deep breath. So every 3 hours, you take a break, sit down quietly, take a deep breath, and see everything happens in the space of awareness, consciousness. Chidavash. That will go a long way in maintaining your health, both psychological and physical, and help you have better relationship with the world. And while you are breathing deeply, you also can mentally chant Om. So by these strategies, sit down quietly, close your eyes, breathe deeply, chant Om mentally, and expand Tanude, Tantra, expand your awareness to include all sensations without getting displaced or uprooted. If you do it every 3 hours, you maintain your health. And enjoy greater happiness. So you can keep the doctor away. Or keep serious ailments away. Your immunity is upgraded, goes up, and the metabolism functions more efficiently and effectively. You feel good appetite, good sleep. Your bowel movement improves, digestion improves. So all these physiological markers of a healthy life. Are in place for you. The spirituality is enjoying good health. Maintaining healthy relationships. Having a good appetite. All these are signs of a healthy spiritual life. So listen to these words. These words become your object of meditation. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Okay, open your eyes. Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranadosmyaham Jandunam Narajanmadullabhamadah Pumstum Tado Viprada Tasmad Vaidika Dharma Marga Varada Vidvatvam Asmat Param Atman Atma Vivejanam Sanubhavo Brahmatmana Samsthiti Tirno Shatakoti Janma Sudrude Punner Vina Labhyade Durlabham Trayame Vedad Devanugraha Hedugam Manushyatum Mumuchutvam Mahapurusha Samshraya Ko Nama Bantha Kathamesha Agataha Katham Pradishtasya Katham Vimokshaha Kosavanatma Paramaka Atma Tayor Viveka Kathameta Tuchyada. Okay, now let's read the 137th sloka. 137th Vivekachoodamani. Prakriti Vigruti Bhinna Shuddha Bodha Svabhava Sada Asadidam Ashesham Bhasayan Nirvisheshaha Vilasadi Paramatma Jagradadishvavastha Virasati Paramatma Jagradadishavastasu Aham Ahamidi Sakshat Sakshi Rupena Buddhe Niyamita Manasamum Tum Sumatmanam Atmanyayam Ahamidi Sakshat Viddhi Buddhi Prasadad Jani Maranadaranka Para Samsara Sindhum Pradara Bhava Krudartho Brahma Rupena Samstha. So again that advice is repeating again and again. As I told you, it has to be rubbed into a system. Brahma Rupena Samstha. Remain as Brahman, you say. Remain as Brahman, remain as a happy individual, a whole and complete and healthy individual. You can will it and bring into your experience. Just will it. Just decide it. Fake it, as I say. You can fake it and make it. So, Krudartha Brahma Rupena Samstha. This Brahma Rupena Samstha. This is the advice that Acharya, our scriptures, gives you again and again. As Bhagavad Gita says, Ashocyananya Shojastam. Don't worry. Don't worry. Everything is okay. So your question is that if I don't worry, who will worry? Somebody has to worry, isn't it? Don't worry. In spite of all the problems, don't worry. So that is the kind of advice the Upanishad or the Vivekachoodamani gives you again and again. Take it easy. Relax. Take it easy, relax, you're okay, don't worry. Of course, you can bring a lot of issues, this problem, that problem. In the midst of all these problems, you remain calm and quiet so that you can get access to the spirit which can give you creative ideas. Memory will not give you creative idea. Memory is the same old thing. Memory can work only in known situation. But situations are constantly changing. We are living in an environment of uncertainties. So in this environment of uncertainties, old solution may not work. It is not only may not work, it will not work. So you need to bring new solution to life. Means to face challenges and solve problems. That's the meaning of life. You make decisions, solve problem, you make mistake, you learn from that and you go ahead. So problems will be there, just as there is no ocean without waves. Oceanic waves always there. So you have to accept that life means problem. And living means to address those problems. Make a mistake, learn from it, and thus you are a work in progress, as they say. And as you get access to the spirit, you get new creative ideas, not the old solution. So Brahma Rupena Samstha. So don't get confined by the limitations of the body. Body is only a vehicle. It is not you. Tachnaha Vasyadigamiva. Like a carpenter uses chisel and hammer. These are tools for the carpenter. Similarly, the body is a tool. Or you are using a computer, modern example. Or using a car, modern example. You are only using it. You need not be used by it. You don't have to be used by the body. The body says, go here, go there, this is. So don't get inspired or seduced by the body's appetites. Discipline the body. These are the ideas which you said. Niyamita manasamum tum swamatmanam atmani aham ahamiti sakshat viddhi. So that I experience, explore that I experience. The truth is there. aham ahamiti sakshat niyamida manasa. By a meditative, contemplative mind, explore into the depth meaning of the I, and then sakshat buddhi prasadat, by a pure, quiet mind, one has to do that. And then jani maranadharanga abhara samsara sindhu. Then you are able to free yourself from the pain and the suffering and the anxiety and the angst and the tension that you go through in life. But the problem is some people are fall in love with their own pain, their own suffering. They don't want to get rid of that. This is the only devil I know. The known devil is better than unknown angel, isn't it? So you have fallen habituated with your suffering. So you don't want to get out of that. So first of all, we must be aware the kind of life we are leading now is not the quality life that we have done. Then work towards quieten the mind, etc., etc. Continuing. Atra natmani ahamidi madi bandhamayeshosya pumsaha prapto jnanad janana marana klesha sambada heduhu yene vayam vaburidam asas satyamityatma buddhya kushyadi uchadi avadi vishayehi tandubi kosha kridvad. So we are living the roof and crown of creation, the human being, are living the life of a silkworm, you say. Life of worm. That is what you are leading now. What a silkworm does, it produces silk. Envelops itself with these yarns and yarns of silk. And what is the fate of that? The sericulturists come, put the silkworm in the hot water, he takes the silk and the worm dies. That's what is happening to. We are living in the capitalist market economy. They are made you a consumer. And they tell you the more you consume, the happier you are. So we are a consumption highway, as they say. We are on the consumption highway. And we have a shopping mania. Every day we have to shop something. Every day new advertisement comes. So we are running behind all that. So as a result of that, we have reduced ourselves to status of a worm, which produces its thread out of its saliva and get cocooned in it. And then that becomes a trap for us. So the desire for many objects is the thread we are talking about. And the silkworm dies and the thread is taken away by other people, he says. This is how we are living today. So one should put an end to this kind of a lifestyle. Next, adasmin tad buddhi prabhavati vimudhasya tamasa viveka bhavadvai spurati pujage rejjudhishana tadonartha vrataha nipadati samasadur adhikaha tadoyo sadgraha sahi bhavadi bandha chunu saghe. If I do the padachadam, you understand the meaning of all this. Most of the words we know. Sadasmin tad buddhi. Very interesting phraseology. Adasmin tad buddhi. Prabhavati. What is adasmin? Adasmin, that which is not. Something which is not. You give a existence to that. Adasmin tad buddhi. That which is not the truth, you take as the truth. Like what? That which is not the rope you take it as a snake. Adasmin tad buddhi. Which is not the truth, you take it as real. We do that mistake all the time. Things which are not there, we see there. Things which are there, you don't see. So adasmin tad buddhi. Seeing untruth, adad means untruth. Adasmin in that, untruth. You are seeing the truth. So, you see happiness in that object, isn't it? Which is not there. But you are seeing it. Because you are unhappy. When you are unhappy, you start seeing happiness everywhere except in yourself. That's kind of barking on the wrong tree. Sadasmin tad buddhi prabhavadi. So here what is adasmin? The body, mind, ego complex, which is not exactly real, which appears and disappears. And we give reality to that. Sadasmin tad buddhi prabhavadi vimudasya. This fool, Vimoda means this fool, you and I. We are the fools taking the body as the real and worshipping the body, painting the body. That kind of a foolish life we are leading. Vimudasya tamasa, by the influence of tamas, not recognizing oneself. Viveka bhavad, there is no viveka, the discernment between the real and the unreal. Spurati bhujage rejjudishna, just as you see the rope as a snake. Bhujage rejjudishna. This is something different. Bhujage rejjudishna, I say. Earlier it was rejjo bhujaga. Earlier I was saying a snake on the rope. Now that, and the Guru says you are making that mistake. You are saying snake on the rope, snake on the rope, snake on the rope. Now even when it's a real snake, you see it as a rope. Reverse mistake. Because you have, this idea has been drilled into you. When you see a real snake, you think it is a rope, you catch it and it bites. The mistake can be both ways. Seeing the rope, you see as a snake. And when it is being discussed every day, you see only even a snake is seen as a rope. Reverse mistake you make. Both are wrong. There are real snakes and real ropes also. Rope is to be seen as a rope, snake is to be seen as a snake. So, the real rope is your Atman, isn't it? Atman is seen as Anatman now. Anatman is seen as Atman. All kind of mistakes you make, because you are congenitally programmed to make mistakes. Even if you listen to Bhagavad Gita, again you make mistakes. That has become your kind of manufacturer's defect, I should say. That's what is happening. The truth is in untruth and untruth is in as truth. You make mistakes both ways. So, bhujage rejjudishana is in the bhujaga, in the snake, you see the rope and you catch it and you make mistakes. So, viveka bhavad by spurati. There is a lot of discussion on this. How does it happen, this mistake? There may be a snake there may be a rope there. When you see the rope, you bring the snake buddhi and superimpose upon the rope. What is out there is rope. Snake is in your mind. So what is mental is imposed upon what is actual. Similarly, you see a snake and the rope because you are searching for a rope. In that hurry, you mistake a snake for a rope. Both mistakes are possible. Similarly, Atman is not recognized and then you give reality to the outside object and you don't see the Atman. Outside object you see the Atman. Isn't it? My child is me. My grandchild is me. Something can happen to me, but nothing should happen to my grandchild. Sometimes we say that Humayun wanted, Akbar was in serious illness. Humayun thought that illness may come to me, and Humayun died itself. So there he is recognizing, forgetting his real nature and assuming himself to be his son. That way we make this superimposition. Don't see things they are. And in that state you see good people as enemies. Enemies are good people. That also can happen. Good people are seen. For example, a teenager infatuated by something like a phone or a girl, then the parents say, don't go after that, for you it is time to study. Then you see your parent as enemy and your cell phone or your girlfriend as your friend. Again superimposition. So this continuous superimposition, both ways, is happening. You forget yourself and take something to be yourself, and you impose false values on yourself. So one need a lot of discrimination. So viveka bhavat vaispurati bhujagere jyotishana tadaha anartavya. This kind of mutual superimposition, anyonya adhyasa, Shankaracharya talks, anyonya adhyasa, nibadadi samadhatu adhidaha. As a result of that, you acquire more and more suffering, he said. You create more and more suffering. Adhigaha. Tadaha yaha asadgraha. Therefore, embracing what is not there, asat, which is the body mind, nahi sahi bhavadi bandhaha shunusage. So bandha is being analyzed as mutual superimposition. Seeing a snake upon a rope, seeing a rope upon a snake. Both ways you are suffering, he said. Invariably make that mistake. All the time. This knowledge also gives you opportunity to make mistakes. Now wherever you see a snake, you see the rope. Because that's what has been drilled into you. So you superimposed a snake on the rope, now you superimpose a rope on the snake. Both ways it is suffering. Continuing. So the mixing up between the body and the Atman. Atman is superimposed on the body. You take body as the Atman, and body is superimposed upon the Atman, and you think body is me. That superimposition happens. Continuing. This is again repetition, isn't it? It's being repeated again and again and again. This problem of confusion. Continuing. Akhanda nitya dvaya bodha shaktya spurandamatmanam ananda vaibhavam samavranodi avriti shaktiresha tamomayi rahurivarka bimbam. Rahu Arka Bimbam. Arka Bimbam means this bright sun, this massive bright sun, the star shines in the sky. Arka Bimbam. And it is illuminating the whole world and beyond. Not only your planet, all planets are illuminated by the same sun. But then you say, oh, there is solar eclipse. I don't see the sun. Solar eclipse. Why the solar eclipse happen? There are various explanations for that. Our traditional explanation is Rahu is following the sun. Rahu and Ketu. So they were, once upon a time, they were one body, Rahu and Ketu together. But then, they were cut by the sun into two pieces. So there is Rahu, just the head, Ketu, just the trunk. So Rahu, out of revenge, periodically, whenever gets a chance, swallows the sun. That Rahu, just the head, swallowing the sun, is the cause of solar eclipse. This may be a cock and bull story, but that is the explanation. Rahu soul. But Rahu cannot digest because it has no alimentary canal or stomach. and only the head. So it swallows the sun, cannot digest, the sun escapes. After 2 minutes, again you can see the sun. So this is one explanation of why the sun suddenly disappears for a minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes. One explanation. Children like this story. And Rahu cannot digest because it has no stomach or alimentary canal. Therefore, it cannot digest. The modern story, another story is there. The modern story is that between the sun and the earth comes, moon interposes itself. Then moon comes between, periodically, once in a blue moon it happens. The moon comes between the sun and the earth and covers the sun from our view. That's why for a few minutes we don't see the sun, and then moon is moving ahead. Then sun again comes. You can accept any explanation, whatever you like, you can accept. We don't know what is the truth. The only truth is that we know that there is this phenomena of sun eclipse. Similarly, so meaning the mighty sun can be swallowed up or covered by this Rahu, this tiny planet Rahu, and sun is hidden from our view. Similarly, the Atman is hidden. Rahu iva arka bimbam, he says. What is the nature of the Atman? Like the sun. Akhanda, Nitya, Advaya, Bodha Shakti-asparandam. There is no dearth of words. Akhandam, unbroken, Nityam, eternal, Advayam, one without a second, Bodha Shaktiya, pure Bodha, consciousness. Spurandam, the Atman shines in its full glory. Atmanam, Ananda Vaibhavam, this Atman who shines in his great Vaibhavam, glory. Samavranodi, and it is covered, veiled, Samavranodi. Avrudhi Shakti Resha Tamomai. The tamas covers your buddhi. In the buddhi is made up of basically sattva, but the tamas comes and covers it. So buddhi pidhagaya daya is it. The buddhi is covered by, and then you are not able to see the Atma. Atman is covered, not able to see. Just as this moon can cover the sun. Moon is a tiny planet. Sun is a mighty star. But this tiny planet can cover the sun from your view. From sun's view there is no problem. Sun is always there. From your view, the sun is covered. Similarly, Tamo Shakti covers the intellect, blocks the intellect, and then you are not able to see. Now you have to remove the tamas. How do you remove the tamas? Shravana manana nididhyasanena. You have to remove the tamas. So these slokas are easily to be understood. Let us read once again. Akhanda nityadvaya bodha shaktya Spurandamatmanam ananda vaibhavam Samavrunotyavruti shakti esha Tamomayi rahurivarka bimbam. So tamas is like a Rahu and covers the sun, the earth. And that is what we are experiencing. All of us experience that I am hidden from myself. I am unknown to myself. I don't recognize myself. I am estranged from myself. I am uprooted from myself. I am moved away from myself. And finally, I am searching myself. That's what is happening. All your search is for yourself. Who am I? That's the question. And who is seeking? Who am I? You. Whom are you seeking? You. How do you solve the problem? Sit down quiet and reflect. Continuing. Tiro bhude swatmanyamaladara tejovadipuman Anatmanam mohadahamidi shariram kalayadi tadat kama krodha pravruti viramam bandhaga gunehi param vikshebhakhya rajasa urushaktir vedhayadi. Once again, tiro bude swatmanyamaladara tejovadi puman anatmanam mohadahamidi shariram kalayadi tadak kama krodha pravruti viramam bandhaga gunehi param vikshebhakhya rajasa urushaktir vedhayadi. So when tamas has done its job, hiding you from yourself, then the rajas comes to do. Then you start identifying with various other things. So that's what he says, tiro bude swatmani amala tara tejovadi puman. You, the ignorant guy, you, when do you become ignorant? Tiro bude swatmani amala tara tejovadi. This supreme self which is resplendent in its own jodi, in its own shine, tiro bude, it is hidden from your view. Meaning, you lost yourself. You lost yourself. Don't you say that, I am lost. I don't know what to do. I am completely puzzled and bewildered. I am lost myself. So when you lose yourself, that happy self, and then you become an unhappy self. So whenever you are unhappy, it is a mark of your losing yourself. Forgotten. Completely forgotten who you are. So tiro bude swatmani amala tara. Amala means pure. There's no trace of impurity in you. So tiro bude swatmani amala tara tejovadi, pure light you are. When it is hidden from you, puman, anatmanam mohadahamidi shariram kalayadi. Then you take yourself to be the sharira, the body. This limited body. Bag of filth, which is constantly changing. This body, because nothing else is available. You have forgotten yourself. So you catch hold of something which is available in front of you. So you are identifying with the body. So anatma means the body. Anatmanam, how do you know it is anatma? Because body is an object of your awareness which is perishable, and I take it. Anatmanam mohad. Mohad means delusion, despair, anxiety. I have nothing. I am nobody, so I have to grab something. Anatmanam mohad ahamidi shariram kalayadi. You take the body as yourself. You have been repeating it again. Every sloga says the same thing, isn't it? Every sloga says the same thing. Because your attachment with the body is so deep. This is called sthanundigadananya. If I want to reach the root of your problem, I have to do some real work, he said. That's why it's being repeated. If I want to fix a pole, I fix it, then shake it, take it out, again fix it. So this is to be done. This is to be done. That's why Tirobhude Swatmanyamala Tara Tejovadi Puman Anatmanam Mohat Ahamidi Shariram Kalayadi. So instead of understanding Aham as Satchidananda, you say Aham body. So you qualify Aham experience by the body. Body becomes the predicate, the qualifying. So you have this Sadharana Jnanam Aham Ahamidi. Then you add, I am the, but that you wrongly fill the sentences. Instead of saying Satchidanandoham, you are saying Shariroham. Aham ahamadi shariram kalayati. Kalayati means you assume. Tadat kama krodha prabhuti viramam dandagagunai. And then Rajas is ready to attack you. Tamas covers you from the Atman. Then you are a weak person. Then you are a rootless person. Then you become a ruthless person. Ruthless. You become it. And Rajas is waiting to attack you. The tamasas prepared the ground for Rajas to manifest. Then Rajas comes. What is the Rajas qualities? Kama, krodham, lust, anger, greed, envy, jealousy, gluttony. Gluttony also, overeating. Overeating also because of this. Because you never say enough. That's me. So, kama, krodha, prabhridibihi and the host of such negative qualities. Amam banthaga, this qualities of bondage, this ropes of bondage attacks him. Or these bacteria attacks him. Rajas. Param vikshe bhagya. And you are utterly disturbed now. Utterly disturbed, lost. And condemning yourself. Param vikshe bhagya. Rajasaha urushaktihi vadayati. This powerful power, destructive power of Rajas takes over you and you are all over the world. All over. No tasalli. You are not able to sit quiet. You have to run around and disturb others and get disturbed, fight with others, and they have to retaliate. If I keep on scolding you and I keep quiet, again you become angry. Because you are not reacting. Till you react, I will poke you say. Till you react. After you react, then I can explain, I can justify why I poked you. So this way, Viksheba Shakti manifests. This is all your reflection. This is happening in the theatre of your mind and the body. You may not recognize that. So much is happening in the mind. So Vikshebhakhya, Rajasaha, Urushakti, what do you mean that? Prabala Shakti, the powerful force of Rajas, takes you wayward, it takes you, throw you, and then you are helpless. Continuing, is it not true? Or is it Shankara is magnifying, making a big mountain out of a mole? No, that's not true. You are restless. And all kind of thoughts come to your mind, isn't it? And you are restless. Oh, there's a new idea I have, or this, that. You cannot sit quiet. New mischievous ideas comes to you, says. And you cover it with noble purposes and all that. So Rajas, you will not let you sit quiet. What kind of mischievous idea? You have to think. Continuing. But at least you become aware of that. Become aware. You will have some freedom from the demonic forces of Rajas. Maha moha graha krasana galidatma vagamanaha dhiyo nana avastasu swayam abhinayan tadgunagaya abhare samsare vishapure jalanidhau nimajyonmajyayam brahmadi kumadi kutsidagadi. It's not merely the rhythm of the sloga which we really enjoy, the rhythm. The meaning also is there. But when you read the sloga, you feel you are in a whitewater rafting, let us say. Whitewater rafting. Wet water means, tremendous flow. And you are sitting in a little boat, which has you cannot hold on anywhere. The boat is a rubber boat, and water is cataracting and falling. And then you are in that. If anybody has done a whitewater rafting, they know what I am talking about. Then you sit there, you cannot hold anything. Maybe there is a pouch where you can put your feet. That's all what you think. And the boat is turning and going under the water, coming over the water. And there is nothing to hold. Except that padding, you can pad it. Sure enough, you will fall into the water. Then somebody will lift you from there. And sometimes you don't, because you learn the art of rocking with the boat. Then you may save yourself. So when you read this sloga, something like a whitewater rafting, that's the feeling you get. It gives you a sort of emotional experience. Even though you don't know the meaning of this sloga. So let us read once again. Maha moha graha grasana galidatma vagamanaha diyo nanavastasu swayam abhinayan tadgunadaya abhare samsare vishaya vishabhure jalanidhau nimajjunmajjayam brahmadi kumadi kutsidagadihi. Let us do the Padachedam. Mahamoha graha grasana galida atmavagamanaha. Atmavagamana diya nanavastasu swayam abhinayan tadgunadaya abhare samsare vishaya visha pure jalanidhau nimajya unmajya ayam brahmadi kumadihi kutsidagadi. Kumadi means this fool who is not using his intellect properly. Kutsidagadi. And you always choose the wrong path, the crooked path. Straight path is not appealing to you. You always need a crooked path. So Kutsidagadi, Kumadihi. We are talking about you and I. We are. This is a description of our personal life now. We always take the crooked path. Straight path is not appealing. And then Kumadihi. You are not using your intellect properly. Always think the negative way. Then what happened? Nimajya unmajya brahmadi abhare jalanidho, this mighty ocean, full of vishama, vishaya vishabhure. And this world of yours, which is compared to an ocean is full of salt, you cannot drink even a drop of water. And this ocean is full of visham, snakes, serpents. What are the snakes? Vishaya. The cell phones and the cars and the shoes and then cosmetics and all those things. All the Vishaya, which will tempt you, which will bite you. So Vishaya, Visha, Pore, Jalanidhau. There, Unmajya, Nimajya. There you are drowning and coming up and going down, coming up. Not yet drowned. If there is drowned, there is no problem. So before we think, I am drowned, you are again popping up. Some good news comes. You thought everything is in sixes and sevens, I have no hope now, some good news comes. Then you think everything is okay, some bad news comes. So nimajya, unmajya. You drowned, yet not yet drowned. You come up again, so you take a breath, again you go down. The snake and ladder game. Bring you up the ladder. Then you come to the mouth of the snake. Then you go down. So this is a very interesting description of the life that we are leading now. So apare samsara means shoreless. Samsare, this world of change, full of poisonous snakes in the form of objects, which is tempting you, seducing you. You cannot cut down your expenses, you are purchasing. As I told you, there are people, they have to buy something every day. If they don't, they think they are losing something. They have to order something from the Amazon. So that's why apare samsare vishaya vishabure jalanidhau nimajya unmajya ayam brahmadi kumadihi kusidagadi. This kusidagadi is brahmadi. Brahmadi means wandering aimlessly. Brahmadi, wandering. From pillar to post, from east to west, up and down, you are wandering, you say. And wandering also. Both. Wondering why I am here, but still you are here. Apare samsare vishaya vishapure jala nidhau nimajyun majyayam brahmadi kumadi kusidagadihi. It's a dramatized way of describing our present life. A drama to create an impact. So, and then again, Mahamoha Graha Grasana Galida Atmavagamana. So, Atmavagamanam, your knowledge about yourself, Atmavagamanam, Galidam Nashtam is gone, it's lost. Mahamoha Graha Grasanam. So, Graha means a crocodile, let's say, or a shark. So, this Graham, Makaraha, this Graham, Grasanam, it is swallowed up. What is that crocodile? Mahamoham, Avivegam. So, because of the Avivegam, that Avivega crocodile has swallowed, what is swallowed? Atmavagamanaha. Your self-understanding is being lost. You have no idea who you are now. Not only you have an idea who you are, you have wrong ideas. Wrong idea. So, Mahamoha Graha Grasana Vedatmavagamanah Diyaha, and then the Buddhi, instead of enjoying the knowledge of the Atman, that Buddhi, Nanavastasu Nanavastasu Swayam Abhinayanna Tadgunadaya. Tadgunaya Vishaya Gunadaya. Object. So the Buddhi is attached to those objects. Abhinaya means attached to these objects. And then he is caught in the dazzling and the seductive, dazzling object. So the final message is reduce your need. That's the final message. You don't need all this that you are surrounded with. Reduce your need. So the GDP versus gross domestic well-being, that's the idea comes here. GDP means you have to increase your need, isn't it? Then only GDP will increase. The more you consume, the more products, supposedly more jobs, more income, then more consumption. That's one way. Another, reduce your need and improve your well-being, your sense of wellness. Isn't it? If you eat up to the tonsils and the food is jumping through your nostrils, let us say, too much, then we are not in a good place. If you have the belly, another quarter the belly with the water, quarter belly you leave empty, then you feel very good, isn't it? You feel to eat 5 chapati, then you eat only 3 chapati. To that extent you are better off. More chapati, you are worse off. I am not saying you should not eat chapati, that's I don't have it in mind. What I am saying is, if you reduce your need, your well-being, sense of wellness will improve. That inversely relate. The more you consume, the less you are happy. Inverse relationship. So that's being said by all these words. Very beautiful words. Reduce your needs, it improves your health, it improves the social health, and it improves the environment also by reducing our need. But unfortunately, we have gotten to this wrong theology that I have to consume more and more and more to be a happy person. Whereas Vedanta says, consume less. And Vedanta also, the more you consume, you will be consumed. The more you consume, you will be consumed. Adyadaya attija bodhani. The annam. Definition of annam is, it swallows up those who eats the food. Food will eat. The eater will be eaten by what you eat. The eater will be eaten by what you eat. Therefore, eat less. So, Mahamoha, let's read that. Mahamoha graha grasana galita atmavagamanaha diyo nanavastasu ayam abhinayan tadgunadaya abhare samsare vishaya vishabhure jalanidhau nimajjunmajjayam brahmati kumadi kussidagadihi. So once you are on the consumption highway, you are ready to take anything you will do for to acquire things. Chindi, biddi, you steal and then you break into homes and then you can do anything and take away the gold even from Sabrimali, that also will do. It's something unbelievable, isn't it? One who is the custodian of the Sabrimala, he himself becomes a thief. It's like a father raping the daughter, or the fence eating the crop. Unbelievable. So you are ready to do anything. You are ready to do anything, and shamelessly, and you live shamelessly with a lot of guilt. So continuing, Bhanu Prabha Sanjanida Bhrapanti Bhanum Tirodhaya Yathabjrumbhade Atmodidaham Kridiratma Tattvam Tatha Tirodhaya Vijrumbhade Swayam Bhanu Prabha Sanjanida Bhrapankti Bhanum Tirodhaya Yathabjrumbhade Atmodidaham Kridiratma Tattvam Tatha Tirodhaya Vijrumbhade Swayam. So whom to blame? Whom to blame? Wholly blame for this situation, this self-forgetfulness. Whom to blame? Where does this tamas come from? Who created the tamas? Which covers the earth? Let us analyze that. Who created the tamas? Tamas is a little disturbance in consciousness, we have seen that. A desire. So kamayata. There was a desire, Sarasangalpa. There is a spanda in the Atman, and that became Sattva-Rajas Tamas. So it's Swayamkritanartham, you say. The Atman creates this Sattva-Rajas and Tamas and allows it to cover itself just as a play. Atman itself covers. So we can give a positive spin to that. Atman put the makeup of tamas and rajas and sattva so that he can act in this world, experience. So whom to blame for all this? Either you say it is anadi. So here example is given. Bhanu Prabha Sanjanida Abhrapanti. Abhrapanti, these clouds. These clouds come from where? From the ocean. How? Because the sun heats up the water. Sun is heating up the water, not the moon. Sun heats up the water, and then they go up as vapor, then they condense into clouds, then they precipitate when they hit a mountain or something. So these clouds generated by the heat of the sun, they form certain strength and collect together, then they cover the sun. These clouds cover the sun. So he says, Bhanu Prabha Sanjanida Abhrabhankti. Abhrabhankti means these columns of clouds, dark clouds rolling, rumbling in the sky, isn't it? When you fly, you can see, as you approach Kerala, these dark clouds are surrounding the plane. And the saint has to plunge through these dark clouds, and you feel scared, as though you are going to some hell or something. Then suddenly the beautiful landscape appears, isn't it? So these dark clouds lifted by the sun, caused by the sun, covers the sun. So you are creating your own problem, you say. Nobody else is creating. So Bhanu Prabha Sanjanida Abhrabhankti Bhanu Tirodhaya. Bhanu means the sun. It covers the sun. Yatha Vijarumbade. So Vijarumbade means Puro Bhavadi. It comes in front of the sun. Swayam Puro Bhavadi. The sun itself causes. Most of our problems are caused by us. Nobody is the cause. We ourselves create. Be responsible. Stand up, wake up, be responsible. Have the sense of agency. I am responsible. Don't outsource it. Don't say somebody caused my problem. I myself caused my problem. You know, there is the story of Vishnu sleeping and pretending to be sleeping from the Ananda. Then, sometimes when we, in unconscious moments, we dig into our ears and get the ear wax. Isn't it? Vishnu also did that. Vishnu is an extended you and I, isn't it? So he puts his and got his ear wax and rolls it between his fingers and throws it into the ocean of milk. So Vishnu's self, material, that is Vishnu's self. And from cell you can create another being, isn't it? You can create. So Vishnu, this material, this cell, which he threw into the ocean, it grows, drinking the milk and then rolling, exercising in the rolling ocean. It became two, Madhu and Kaidam. Madhu and Kaidam. Only Vishnu's self only became Madhu Kaidam. And Vishnu did not know that these boys are growing up. And in the ocean, swimming in the ocean, bulging muscles and then chest, strong chest, and then they looked up. When they looked up, one old man is sleeping and there is from the navel grows a lotus, and in the lotus another old man with a white long beard sits and chanting Om. They didn't understand what these old people are doing. They are young people. So they got up and then shook the lotus. And Brahma was almost tumbling down. So Brahma put a SOS to Vishnu. Please, save me. Save me. Now Vishnu looked at, and then this Madhu Kaidava, he did not know where did they come from. It is your own child. Your own child in a secret relationship, let us say. So now Vishnu did not know that, so Vishnu got up fighting. Vishnu said, I have to protect Brahma because I am the protector of the whole universe. And if Brahma doesn't chant Om, there will be no world. He has to chant Om. Otherwise there is no world. So he is a protector. So he jumped into the ocean and fought with these two young Madhu and Kaita. But it is Vishnu's own Bijam, isn't it? You cannot beat them. Vishnu couldn't beat them. Vishnu got tired. These people are an upper hand, and some emotional attachment also, secret attachment. So you want them to win, Sometimes you want your child to win over you, isn't it? Is it very tangled emotional problem there? So you want to win, he doesn't want to win. Secretly appreciate, publicly you don't, or publicly appreciate, secretly you don't. All kind of emotional problem. The Vishnu was not a match. Then these young boys, in utter arrogance, young boys said, "Oh, old man, you are fighting bravely. Though you are old, you are fighting bravely. I appreciate your power, talent. I am so pleased with you." These two young boys saying to Vishnu, "I am so pleased with you. Ask a boon from me. That boon shall be done." Vishnu said, "This is an opportunity. Okay, the boon is, I must be able to kill you, both of you. Now you cannot break their vow, isn't it? That boon. So they have to submit." The Vishnu overpowered them, and Madhu Kaitavas were destroyed. Sometimes you create your own problem. Then you have to fight. Then you are in a very emotionally tangled state. On one side you want to win, another side you want them to win. This is the situation. And finally, Vishnu is smarter anyway, it's an old man, very smart. So he won over. So my point is, the sun itself raises the clouds, and the clouds cover the sun, like Bhasmasura again. These wonderful stories. Bhasmasura, did tabas, and Shiva appears and asks, "What do you want?" So Bhasmasura says, "I need a index finger with a nuclear arm tipped index finger. That way, whomever I touch must be reduced to ashes. That's a nuclear weapon. I should have a nuclear weapon at the tip of my index finger." Shiva cannot do anything now, because he did tapas, he appeared. Shiva said, "Tadastu. Go to hell." Shiva said, "Okay, there is a boon for you." And you manage that. Then Bhasmasura thought, "I must test it. All nuclear weapons have to be tested, underground or overground or somewhere." So now Bhasmasura wants to know whether it is true or not, is it effective or not, isn't it? So when he tests Shiva himself, so Shiva started running, because Shiva knows it will work, because he has tested it before. Then they started chasing. Shiva ran and ran, but to Brahma. Brahma said, "This is your problem, I cannot do that. Help you. You deal with that." Then finally come to Vishnu. Vishnu also said, "Shiva, why are you getting into all these problems? Easily become angry. You just hide behind my bed. Hide behind my bed." So Shiva hides behind Vishnu's bed. Then by the time Bhasmasura is chasing Shiva. So by the time Vishnu changes his form into a very beautiful woman, damsel, let's say. Then Bhasmasura came and he changed his mind now. He was chasing Shiva, but because this beautiful lady is sitting, he forgot everything, and he sat near her and touched her and talked to her and asked her address and where are you, how are you, and all those small talk. And finally he proposed. Everything is very fast. The man has to propose, isn't it? So proposed, "I would like to marry you." So she felt good. You're such a man with a nuclear weapon like Pakistan, everybody is counting them. So, nuclear weapon. So, she said, "This is wonderful. I shall indeed marry you. But one promise, that you should not look at any other woman. Only, you should look at only me and nobody else. Bhasmasura, in that excitement, he is ready to give anything, promise anything. So he said, all right, I agree. I will not look at any other woman other than you and you only. He said, no, that's not enough. You touch with your forehead on your head and make the promise. He said, done. Without thinking of the consequences. He did, and he exploded into smothering. That touch was enough. So this way you create your own problems, you see. You don't know how to. Enormous power brings enormous responsibility also. You should not unleash a power which you cannot control, which also is very, very important. You cannot unleash a power which cannot control. You should always see that the technology you create is under your control. It should not let you eat you up. So here the sun creates its own conditioning, you say, and the clouds cover the sun. So Bhanu Prabha Sanjanida Bhrapankti Bhanum Tirodhaya Yada Vijarumbade. Bhanum Tirodhaya means covering the sun, Vijarumbade comes in front of the sun. Similarly, Atmodidaham Grudir Atma Tattvam. Ahankara is Atman's manifestation in the mind. Ahankara. Tamas. Tamas itself is a creation of Atma. Atma may be just a sankalpa, ikshana matram, or a desire you can say, or a spanda, which become tamas. The first thing tamas does is to cover the Atma. To cover the Atma. So Atmodidaham Grudir Atma Tattvam Tada Tirodhaya Vijrumbade Swayam. It comes in front, Vijrumbade, and then cover the Atma. So who is responsible for that? You are squarely responsible. The Atman is squarely responsible. So Bhagavan himself says in Bhagavad Gita, Nadatte kasyajit pamam nachaiva sugridam vibhuhu. Ajnane navrutam jnanam tena muchyandi jandavaha says. Na karma bhala samyogam, na karma. I don't cause anything. Then who is causing? You are causing it. I have made you Satchidananda. But you seems to be, it seems you are too much burden for you, it seems. To be happy all the time, it's a big burden for me. Let me be unhappy sometimes, for a change. So similarly, there is a story, anyway, let's complete this. That's so too many stories. So, let us read it once again. Bhanu Prabha Sanjanida Bhrapankti Bhanum Tirodhaya Yatha Vijarumbhade Atmodidaham Grudiratma Tattvam Tatha Tirodhaya Vijarumbhade Swayam. Now another interesting. Kabalida Dinanadhe Durdine Sandrameghe Yadayadi Himajanja Vayurugrodaya Dhaitan Aviratatamasatmanya Vrde Muda Buddhi Shabhayadi Behudukhe Tivra Viksheba Shakti. Once again, Kabalida Dinanadhe Dubdine Sandrameghe Gadayadi Himajanja Vayurugro Yathaitan Aviratatamasatmanya Vrde Mudha Buddhi Shabhayadi Mahudukhehi Tivra Viksheba Shakti. So the two Shaktis we have seen, Avrti, Avarana Shakti and Viksheba Shakti. Avarana Shakti is Atman covers itself. Viksheba Shakti is projects something which is not. So these two Shaktis are working in us. And then in between comes poor Sattva. Poor Sattva is between. And it says, okay, what you do is okay. Rajas, Tamas, it supports. That's the Sattva's job, he says. Now, again, Kabalida Dinanadhe, Durdine Sandrameki. Those who have gone to Himalayas, they know this, especially in November, December, etc. Kabalidam means, okay, let us give a Patachedam. Kabalida Dinanadhe Durdine Sandrameki Vedhayadi Himajanja Vayuhu Ugraha Yatha Etan Avirada Tamasa Atmani Avrude Muda Buddhi Shabayadi Begudukhehi Tivra Viksheba Shaktis. The Kabalidam means Grastam, covered. Dinanadhe, in Himalayas sometimes you find suddenly the sun disappears. Otherwise it is little hot, we are just the Angavastram and dhoti. When we looked from our rooms, okay, sun is there, it's warm, and then I don't take, we all experience that. We just have a Angavastram and dhoti and then get out. Get out to just walk only 10 feet or 10 yards to the lecture hall, let us say, from your room. And being you are going to listen, give the lecture, you don't wear pant and all that, just Angavastram and a dhoti, you are just got out. Suddenly the sun disappears. Suddenly, without any notice, the sun disappears, a column of clouds come and cover the sun. Sun disappears. So Kabalida Dinanade, Durdine, that was a bad day for us. Durdine. Sandramegehi Kabalidam, this thick clouds, suddenly from nowhere, it comes and covers. And you are only then another 2 meters to reach the hall. Within that time, Vedayadi Himajancha Vayurukro Yathayadan. Suddenly, a cold wind comes and lashes you, and you start shaking. And you can get cold also. You start shaking. And you run to your room and grab some woolen clothes and cover yourself. We have all experienced that. Because those who spend time in Uttarkashi or such places, we experience that. Unannounced, the clouds come and cover the sun, and then that's the opportunity for the cold wind to lash. So Himajanja, the cold, icy cold wind, it suddenly lashes against you. Himajanja Vayuhu Ugraha Yathayadan. Similarly, one day Tamas has done his job, covered you from yourself, then Avirada Tamasa, Avirada Tamasa, by this God of Tamasa, by his dense tamas, you are covered. Then Atmani Avrude Muda Buddhi, this foolish person, let the tamas cover your Atman. Then Kshabayadi Begudukkehi, then the rajas takes over. Begudukkehi, so much suffering is there, so much suffering. Tivra Viksheba Shakti. The Viksheba will bring all kind of suffering. It will set up things, and then you get attracted by that, and they will withdraw its favor, offer its favor. And when you grab it, it withdraws its favor. That's how this world is playing with you. Sometimes discovering, sometimes. So you see all kind of suffering comes to you. So Chabayadi Behudukke, Chabayadi means Nashayadi, tortures you. Behudukkehi, Tivra Viksheba Shakti. This is how we are leading our life now. All begins with self-forgetfulness, which is the work of tamas. Then the rajas comes. Continuing. Edabhyameva shaktibhyam bandha pumsas samagadaha yabhyam vimohido deham matvatmanam brahmatyayam edabhyameva shaktibhyam bandha pumsas samagadaha yabhyam vimohido deham matvatmanam brahmatyayam. So edabhyam eva shaktibhyam. Edabhyam means shakti means avarana vishya shakti, tamas and rajas. Shaktibhyam. Identifying with that, bandhaha pumsa samagadaha. You are bound in million and one ways. You know that story of Gulliver and Lilliputians. Gulliver and Lilliputians. Gulliver is on a boat in the sea, enjoying the whole thing. Suddenly, something happens and the sea gets angry and his boat is thrown apart and the Gulliver is awash he is landed in a small island. He is caught up in this way. And then he was so tired and he is sleeping. When he is sleeping, Gulliver is a huge man, Gulliver. He is a white male, Protestant male, huge man. He is lying in that island. So from the vast ocean of consciousness, now he has come to the island of the ego island. And he is lying there, caught up there. And these little Lilliputians with their little strings climbs all over him and ties him on little pegs. They are a small creature. And when he woke up, he is bound and tied. He doesn't know what to do. So then he would sigh, and that sigh his chest expanded, and all the ropes were cut asunder, and the poles were pulled apart. Similarly, we feel we have been tied down by these small, tiny ropes and tiny pegs. Take a long deep breath and then expand yourself. So, edabhyam, these are all tiny powers. But because so many of them are there, you feel overwhelmed. What are the tiny powers? Objects, pleasures, people. They all bind you by provoking desire in you. So, edabhyam. So, can you live without desire? As I told you, experiment one day. No desire. Wherever the wind takes you, you go. Try. What will happen to you? No desire. No desire for coffee, no tea, no breakfast, no lunch, no dinner. No desire for anything. You are sitting like a Parabrahma, let's say. Experiment. What will happen to you? Or for one whole year, that's what sannyasi is supposed to do. Whether they're doing it or not is a different question. They're supposed to live without desire. Experiment. Trust totally in the divine will and see. Maybe you may get food, you may not get food. You may get a bed, you may not get a bed. Let us experiment. So, edabhyameva shaktibhyam, these two powers, tamas and rajas, bandhaha pumsas samagataha. All your bondage is caused by these two little devils. Yabhyam vimohidaha, by which vimohita, deluded by them. They are standing by the roadside, and then attracting you. Here I am. Where are you going? Isn't it? That big Vahan ko nahe tera, isn't it? Who is there for you? Who is there? Musafir. Musafir means a passenger, a traveler. Who is there? Dam le khadi bhar. You stay here, there is a chaya here. Sit there, enjoy it. Don't go around it. So, Edabhyam eva shaktibhyam bandha pumsa samagda. These two little syntactic powers are waylaying you. Yabhyam vimohidaha deham matva atmanam brahmayadi. Because of their prompting, tamas and rajas, you identify with the body, you see. Whereas you are not the body. You are nobody actually, meaning no body. No body. So, this will, you are the bodiless among the bodies, let us say. There are so many bodies you see, but you are bodiless. So, yabhyam vimohitaha deham matva atmanam brahmayadi. You are deluding yourself. Atmanam, you are deluding yourself. Identifying with this body. Body is only, again I repeat, it's only a tool. Like a chisel in the hand of a carpenter. So, edabhyam eva shaktibhyam bandha pumsa samagataha yabhyam vimohitaha deham matva atmanam brahme. I think I told you the story of a big play where people are coming inside the boxes. It's a casket. So they carry their own box. They get into the box, get out of the box. They disappear with the box. This 3-hour drama play I am talking. And I sat through all the 3 hours seeing this. 21 people coming with the boxes inside, then they get out, then they carry the box on their head, then they disappear with the box, then they put all the boxes together, then climb on dance. Climb on dance means create communities, families, countries, organizations, and then we dance around that. Then we fall apart, isn't it? For the last 75 years we are depending upon the United Nations. Now United Nations become completely inactive, ineffective. Now there is something is Board of Peace or something, isn't it? New organization. So you can bring organization, dismantle it, all the play of the box based upon the body. So the Shankaracharya says, Yabhyam vimohidaha deham matva atmanam brahmayadi ayam. So this is absolutely counterfactual, this thinking. The fact is that I am the body, isn't it? I am the body, I am hungry, I am thirsty. I am born, I die, I become old. I marry, I have a job. So our factual experience is I am the body. But Shankara is going against that thinking. You are not the body. Upanishad is saying you are not the body. You have a body, but you are not the body. This has to be getting into our system. That's why it's repeating. That's why it's a meditation. Meditation is doing the same thing, isn't it? Now, continuing, Bijam samsmriti bhumi jasya tutamo dehatma dhiranguraha. Raga pallavam ambu karma tuvabu skando savashakhiga. Agranindriya samhadischa vishaya pushpani dukkham phalam. Nana karma samudbhavam bhaguvidam bhoktatra jiva khagaha. Bijam samsmriti bhumi jasya tutamo dehatma dhiranguraha. Raga pallavam ambu karma tuvabu skando savashakika. Agranindriya samhadishcha vishaya pushpani dukkam phalam. Nana karma samudbhavam bhaguvidam bhoktatra jiva khagaha. So here Bhagavan says, let's see the Padachedam here. Bijam samsridihi, samsridi, bhumijasya tu tamaha dehatmadihi anguraha ragaha pallavam ambu karma tu abu skandaha asavaha shagikaha agrani indriya samhadihi cha vishayaha pushpani dukkham bhalam. Nana karma samudbhavam bhagavidam bhoktatra jiva khagaha. Bhumijaha means that which is growing from the earth. What is that bhumijaha? A tree, a huge tree, a banyan tree. You must have seen these banyan trees. Ficus indica, banyan tree. Ficus religios, there are two types of trees. One is the banyan tree, that huge banyan tree. So this banyan tree starts from if you see the seed, it's very tiny, not like coconut seed or very tiny seeds, banyan tree. So this very tiny seed, from that, the huge banyan tree grows. It's strong and branches and aerial roots, and it travels the banyan tree. 10 years ago you saw it here, and after 10 years it's somewhere else. Banyan tree is traveling, growing and covering a lot of space. Maybe 10,000-15,000 people can sit under such banyan trees. This banyan tree is compared to the world. The whole universe is compared to a banyan tree. It starts from a simple point of singularity, tamas. The whole universe arises from tamas. As tamas is the platform, then the rajas, then the sattva. Between these three forces, energies, the whole universe is constructed, let's say. And it is seen as a tree, like in the 15th chapter, Udhamula Madasham, Ashuttam Prahurabhayo, Chandam Siyasya Karmani, we chant it every day. And the tree has its root growing upward, branches downward, and then aerial roots, human activities. And finally we see the banyan trees are only the aerial roots. Initial trunk are all gone. Have you noticed that? Finally the aerial root. Human activities compared to the aerial root. Now we are seeing in the Anthropocene, this world, human activity is a decisive factor, not nature. Bhagavad Gita saw it very insightfully. Human activity. Human activity is changing the whole planet. Earlier nature. So that kind of a situation is called Anthropocene. Our activity changes the whole world. Glaciers are melting, oceanic water level is going up, and carbon dioxide is increasing, and water levels are receding. Drinking the good water level is receding, and the ozone layers are punctured. The temperature is going up. Delhi is lost in high temperature and pollution. Nobody wants to go to Delhi now, because as the plane descends, it is a thick cover of pollution. Fortunately in Kerala we don't have it, because we are sandwiched between the mountain and the ocean. And there is not much industry also here. The communist government has made sure no industry. So therefore less pollution. That way we can thank them. No pollution, because there is no industries. There is no industry. There is only some tourism, some Ayurveda, and some processions and all. That's all. Some tea shops all around, coffee shops. That's all what we have. Movie theatre. So therefore, there is no pollution. It is a blessing in disguise. One way it is a blessing in disguise. So what I am saying is, this human activity, with the help of technology, we have made this planet inhospitable. Inhospitable. In Delhi, 90% of the children are suffering from asthma because of polluted air. The lungs cannot take it. 90%. So that's the kind of situation. And slowly the glaciers will melt and the rivers will lose all their waters. This is called human created problem. So we are thinking of this tree, this banyan tree. The whole universe is compared to a banyan tree, and the aerial root. Finally, banyan tree only aerial root. The main trunk is gone. The nature has receded, and the social nature has come to the forefront. The human creator. And that is being taken for understanding the world now. Bhumija, the tree. What is the seed of the tree? The banyan tree comes from a small seed. What is the seed of the tree? Tamas is Atmajnana. If you are Atmajnana, then there is only Atman, only Brahman. The world is included in the Brahman. If there is no Atma, if there is Atmajnana, then you see only the world and you forget you. So, tamas is the source of this world that you have created. And then as a result of tamas, dehatmadhi. When you forget yourself, ignore, then you identify with the body. That is close to you. You identify with the body. Dehatmadhi, anguraha. So the seed sprouts. 2 leaves, 2 roots. That's how a seed sprouts. That is Ankuram. And then the identification starts. So the sprout is caused by Rajas. Then you identify. I am the little baby. I am the little cell. From 23 chromosomes, create a little cell. Your identification starts from there. Then stem cell 135, then the other cell, then cells specialized. One become a hair cell, one become bone cell, one become blood cell, one become heart cell, all kind of things. Division and integration, division. Then here is a full-blown baby, and the baby walks out of the womb. Comes out of the womb. And then you start there. So Dehatmadhi Anguraha is there. This identification with the body is the Anguram. Angura is the initial sprout. Raga Pallavaha. And then desire arises. Because body is limited. And you want to be unlimited. But you are already unlimited, but I don't know that. So raga, desire. Whenever there is limitation, there is a desire to break out of that. So desire to acquire and all that. So raga pallava, pallava is an additional shoots. The tree, the seed sprouts, initial, then additional shoots come. Raga pallavaha. And then the tree need water, nourishment. What is the water? Karma, he said. Karma. So your desire, then you do karma. That becomes the nourishment for this tree. Karma. Vabhuskandaha, and as a result of that, the tree gains in girth. Vabhu. Vabhu skanda. Skanda means the main trunk of the tree. That is because of the raga and the karma. Karma becomes nourishment. Then the tree gathers girth and strength. And that's the body. Now we have a teenager, let's say. Bulging muscles, mustache, tattoos, and isn't it? All kind of things. So Vabuhu, Skandaha, Asava Shakika, the branches. What is the branches of the tree? Your asavas, pranas, pancha pranas, branch of the tree. Agran Indriya Samhidascha. And Indriya, 5 sense organs of action, they are agrani. They are the branches or the twigs. Agrani. Or you can say the leaves also, twigs and the leaves. Agrani, Indriya Samhadishta. Vishayaha Pushpani. And these objects that you are fascinated by, and that is your outer growth. They are the Pushpani, that is the flower of the tree. Vishayas are the flower of the tree. The tree is growing as the whole world now. Vishayas are the flower of the tree. And what is the fruit of the tree? This fruit, which is growing from tamas. Nurtured by desire, water of karma. What is the fruit finally? Dukkham bhalam, he said. The final fruit is dukkham, suffering. If you take a balance sheet of your life, stock of your life, as I told, it's always in red. Sometimes you feel it is in black. Black means net gain. Red means net loss. Finally, it is all a loss. You know, when we become old and nobody is bothering about you, children are all busy. Money is in the bank, but there is no use. So you become lonely, energyless, no inspiration. It doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be. Even at the, like Bhishma, 108, he is so energetic and active. But we have decided we are old, convinced. And you tell others will, if you don't tell, others will remind you. So you have to say, I am not old. My body is old. I am driving a vintage car, that's it. Oldest car available I am driving. That doesn't make me old. I am a young man. I am Atman. So we are driving this car. So Vishayaha Pushpani Dukkham Bhadam. Finally the fruit of this tree, which is springing from tamas, nurtured by rajas and desire, etc. Karmas. All are rajas activity, desire, activities, all are rajas. And finally, it is all dukkham. Vishaya pushpani dukkham bhanam. Nana karma samudbhavam bhavidam. This dukkha, the fruit, is the result of nana karma, various kind of activities, good and bad. Nana karma samudbhavam bhavidam. Dukkham bhalam. So who is suffering? Bhokta jiva khagaha, I say. This bird, as you see in the Mundaka Upanishad, Dva suvarna sayuja sakhaya samanam vriksham parishasvajade tayoho anyaha pikpalam sadhosti anasnan anyaha abhijavashihi. Two birds. One bird is going up and down, pecking at the bitter and the sour fruits. Other bird is just watching. So in you there is a watching bird and a bird which is flittering up and down, going up and down. And the bird which is going up and down gets tired after some time. Then it sits. Then it sees, wow, there is another bird here, I never noticed it. Then these two birds become one. One is the Guru bird, other is Ajnani bird. Tayoho pippalam saddosti anashnannanya abhijavashi. One is pecking at the fruits, other is just watching. The Sakshi bird and the Ahangari bird. So, Bhoktatra Jiva Khagaha. Khaga means Ghe, Gechadi the Khagaha, one who flies into space. A bird. So this bird is the bird. Jiva is the identified with the body and suffers all the movement and changes in the body. Identifying with it. So disidentify, then you enjoy the whole thing. That's it. That's the body's, all the changes you enjoy, like you watch a movie. There is no more suffering there. It's only aesthetic pleasure, as I say. Continuing. Ajnana mulo yamanatma bandhaha naisargigo nadirananda iritaha janmapya vyadi jaradi dukkha pravahatabam janayatya vishya ajnana mulo yamanatma bandhaha naisargigo nadirananda iritaha janmapya vyadi jaradi dukkha pravahatabam janayatya vishya. Again he is repeating, Ajnana Moolam, I am Anatma Bandha. You are embracing the body because you have lost yourself. You have forgotten yourself. Then you embrace the body. Ajnana Moolam, I am Anatma Bandha. Naisargikaha, he says. Because natural. We go beyond the nature. To the transcendental reality. You are not a biological entity. Biology is the body. You are a spiritual entity. Don't be the spirituality. What is that spirit? It's not a bottled spirit. Every evening I take a couple of drinks and I say I am a spiritual person. It is not a bottled spirit. So what is the spirituality? The spirituality is the knowledge that I am not this limited body, I am that infinite spirit. So, Ajnana Mulaha I am Anatma Bandha, Naisargika I say. It is biological. It is evolutionary, biological. Body is a biology, product of evolution. Basically your brain. These are all product of evolution. You don't evolve. You are always the same, the spirit. Spirit doesn't have evolution and devolution. Body has evolution and devolution. So, Ajnana Muloyam Anatma Bandha, Naisargika. Naisargika means natural, biological, and factual, you can say. But not the truth. A fact need not be a truth. A fact can be a story. So this has been denting to you, you are the body, you are the body, you are the body. So we believe in that. Nice. This in Africa, in most of the world, women feel the labor pain, isn't it? Women feel the labor pain. Because that has been dented to you. You should feel the labor pain. How? By thy sweat you shall live, isn't it? So labor become a pain for men as well as women. But in Africa there is a small tribe where men feel the labor pain. Woman is delivering. Men who standing, her father, her husband, her uncle, they were surrounding her. Because there the whole community delivers, not just the woman. There will be drum beat and then dance and all that. In that noise, women forget to have the labor pain. So they say the men feel that. That's how their community have cultured their mind. They feel. Here, women feel it. That's how we have been conditioned to think. So pain also is a conditioned response. Certain things you don't feel pain. For example, your child kicks you on your ribs. Little baby. You are very happy, isn't it? There is pain, but you are happy. All the nourishment I give to my baby is showing up. Same baby grows up, 18-year-old, and even pretending to hit you, you feel the pain, isn't it? Not only physical pain, psychological pain. So, most of the time, pain itself is a conditioned response. Essence is a conditioned response. Now, Babri Masjid is demolished, let's say. Babri Masjid, Ram temple or whatever, is demolished. So here is a person feeling pain. I fail to understand what kind of pain is that. What kind of pain? Nobody threw a stone at you, isn't it? So pain is a culturally conditioned pain, not a physical pain. Oh, that structure is demolished. You are not even seeing the structure. Isn't it? You are here living in Kozhikode, you are not seeing the structure. You are not. So how do you feel the pain? It's a construct created by the community. There is no real pain that you feel. So similarly, most of the pain is a cultural construct, you say. And then we feel the pain. In a different culture, you don't feel the pain. So, ajnana muloya manatma bandha, naisargika is organic, it's biological, natural. Naisargika, anadihi, you cannot see any reason for that. It's irrational, beginningless, irrational. There is no cause for that. This conditioning, why tamas condition? There is no reason for it. Irrational. And then anadihi, anandaha, iridaha. Since it is anadi, it has to be anandam also, endless. This condition has to be endless. You can put an end in the wake of knowledge. Knowledge alone can put an end, otherwise it will continue. It will continue this identification. Janma appeya vyadhi jaradi dukkam. When you embrace the body, you have all this experience. Janma, birth, appeyam, death, vyadhi, disease, jara, old age. These dukkam. Pravahatabam, this torrential feeling of pain is pravahatabam. Janayatya mushya. To this individual, this false embrace of the body causes all the problem, the defects of the body superimposed upon the Atma. Again, let us with our eyes closed. So with your eyes closed, you bring the light of awareness to shine upon the body. Then you can feel the body as a wave or a bubble that arises in the oceanic consciousness. That itself reduces the intensity of your suffering and pain. So here Viveka Vairagya is touted as the ultimate panacea, solution for human existential problem. Not his financial problem or other problems, a relationship problem, but your existential angst. That you feel you are groundless. You feel the carpet is being pulled from under your feet. You may be powerful, rich, well-known, all that, but that deep sense of insecurity, that is what you are addressing here. That fear of death and deprivation. So these words of the scripture become your ubasyam. You meditate upon these words of the scripture. Ashariram sharireshu. You are ashariri. You have no particular bounded body. The body is only a bubble. You are boundless. Ashariram sharireshu. Anavasteshu avasthitam. The body is due to avarana viksheva, veiling the self and then projecting the not-self. Take a long deep breath and hold it for a while. Take a long deep breath and hold it. Kumbha. So the gap between inhaling and exhaling. You see the gap, the space. That space, the window of opportunity, through which you can dive into the depthless consciousness. So relax totally. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.